Hey sis, is it really your responsibility to be focused on rebuilding trust in your marriage after your husband has stepped out of the relationship? Too many women are taking ownership and seeing it as their responsibility to make sure that trust is rebuilt. Or they're asking, well, what can I do? What am I supposed to do? You, there's nothing you can do. Well, there's a couple things you can do, but this is the thing. When I say there's nothing that you can do, what I mean is it's not that you are the person that's building the trust or rebuilding the trust. It's your husband's responsibility to now rebuild the trust. Now, what can he do? Well, of course, being accountable, being where he say he's going to be, breaking ties from people who lead him into temptation. It's his responsibility to rebuild trust. Now, you as a wife, what can you do to support him? Number one, you can let him know the areas where he's his blind spots. Everyone has a blind spot. It just most likely he has one too if he got caught in having an affair. But what are those areas that if he goes down this road here, he's probably going to make another mistake? So one, make him aware of his blind spots in a loving and kind way. Remember, what you not going to do, and we're not popping off, okay? Because you want to say it in a way that he can receive it. So one, help him become aware of his blind spots. Number two, are you praying and fasting for your husband's deliverance? Remember, if he's having issues with infidelity or had an issue with infidelity, it's because of a broken relationship with God. It has nothing to do with you. You did nothing wrong. His relationship with God is broken, and that's why he so freely went and entertained his flesh. So are you fasting and are praying? That's something that you and your husband can do together. Set aside one day a week where you're going to fast until 12 or 3 or 6 or whatever, or if you're going to do a Daniel fast, but do a fast and consecrate yourselves and pray for deliverance, pray for the chains of bondage to be removed from your husband, pray for his mind so that he's able to see and hear from God and not do the things that would damage your relationship. Okay, so praying is very necessary, and even if he's not engaged in the prayer, honey, use your weapon. Prayer is a weapon that you can use against the plots and snares of the enemy. Stop playing these games in the natural with the enemy. Okay, it's time for you to get on your knees and pray, pray without ceasing. You don't have to be on your knees all day praying. You could be in your car driving and you praying. You at work, praying. You just pray, because you have to understand, before your husband is your husband, he's your brother in Christ. So you need to pray for his soul and his salvation, and pray for his deliverance from sin the same way you would any other person in the congregation. Like, I know you're offended, I know you're hurt, and I know he betrayed you, but he's also your brother in Christ. So you need to also be concerned about his salvation. You need to be concerned about his soul. You have to be concerned about the enemy dragging him through hell. Now, yes, your husband is making a decision and it's wrong, but prayer is the only thing that's going to get through to him when he's not listening to you. Okay, so pray for your husband. Another thing that you can do is pray that God surrounds your husband with men of God, men of wisdom, men who can hold him accountable, men that can show him how to love, how to lead, how to be the head of the family, how to be a man of God. Many men, unfortunately, nowadays are not being mentored and taught how to be godly men. So you need to pray that God sends him men who will love him and support him and encourage him to be the man of God that he's called him to be. You can't teach him how to be a man, but God can send men who are strong in the word. And you'll know these men are good because of the relationship they have with their wives. Okay, because if the wife is looking jacked up and she mad all the time, that might not be the husband you want mentoring your husband. Okay, but you just encourage a relationship, and it could be something simple as a game night, a couple's game night, where you have them over and they build a relationship that way. That way you're not sitting there mommying him and saying, well, you need to become friends with Bobby, or you need to become friends with Michael. Just surrounding him with people who can support him. Okay. And if you need help with this, go ahead, click the link in my bio. Use these 3 strategies. They're definitely going to help you. Okay. But I got some goodies in my bio. Go ahead and click the link. Bye bye.